Alright, what's going on guys? My name is Cartee and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and my thoughts before going to see the movie. It is currently December 19th and I'm going to see this movie tomorrow on December 20th at 6 p.m. where I live here in Arizona, and I'm going with my friend Jonah and my brother. And guys, before this video starts, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the crazy amount of support on my last Star Wars video when I reacted to the Palpatine Speaks to Kylo Ren trailer. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for that. That video instantly became my second most viewed video on my channel, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for that. I love you all so much, and I'm definitely going to be making more content like that. So the world premiere for The Rise of Skywalker was a couple days ago. The reviews are finally in, and there are a lot of mixed reviews on this movie, and I personally haven't seen it yet, obviously, because I still have my tickets to go. And just reading those reviews really made me nervous for what I'm about to see for this movie, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. And I've been a huge Star Wars fan all my life. It's just always stuck with me ever since I was a little kid, when my dad stuck in a VHS tape of A New Hope, and I watched all the original trilogy on VHS. We got them on CD, and then along with the prequels, and they're in my closet right now. The CD ones are in my closet right now. I just remember falling in love with this franchise, and then I was just constantly eating up all the content that they gave out. I was raised on watching the original trilogy first. I was shocked whenever Vader revealed that Luke is his son, like, I am your father. Yeah. And it just honestly stuck with me a whole lot. And I remember watching the prequels, seeing Anakin. He instantly became my favorite character. And I know a lot of people don't really like him because of the writing in the prequels and all of that. I completely understand. People have their own opinion. Like, before Marvel, before all of the superheroes, before the MCU, there was Star Wars for me. And while I did love Spider-Man at the time, I really loved Star Wars. I really do love Star Wars. The first 6 movies that they've actually come out with. Because Luke Skywalker was so cool to me. He had a lightsaber. I thought those were the coolest things ever. Me and my brother always fought with lightsabers whenever we were little kids. Going back to watch all of these movies right now, bringing back so many memories with my family. Watching Star Wars, me, my brother, my cousins, we would just be constantly like talking about Star Wars back in the day. Whenever The Force Awakens came out in 2015, I was so hyped because a new Star Wars movie came out and we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know how they were going to carry it out. But whenever The Force Awakens came out, me and my family saw it and we loved it. We loved The Force Awakens. Then the next year they came out with Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It was amazing. It went right into episode 4 and it just felt like an actual Star Wars movie with high stakes and a good story coming around. But you also knew what was gonna happen at the end. And it still had you kind of drawn and invested in these characters before they eventually met their doom at the end. And with The Force Awakens, going back to The Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams really set up something good for this trilogy. And I was excited to see how Rey would train with Luke Skywalker, because Luke was this crazy powerful Jedi at this time, Jedi Grandmaster. And I wanted to see what they will do with Kylo Ren's character and give him a cool arc. I also was really interested in Finn's arc, FN2187, which his name is actually an Easter egg going to Princess Leia's cell number in A New Hope. I really love the idea of him finding out that what the First Order is doing is not actually good, and he is a stormtrooper, not an actual clone. He's a real person actually thinking for himself and breaking out of the status quo of what the First Order was, fighting for something good and potentially being Force sensitive. I don't know, people had so many theories. He wielded a lightsaber, wielded Anakin and Luke's lightsaber. He eventually got wrecked by Kylo Ren, but I really like what they set up for The Force Awakens, for the new trilogy. Then going into The Last Jedi, which is also directed by Rian Johnson, we go in and we check that movie out. And Rian Johnson wanted to subvert expectations, but he did it in the completely most wrong way ever. The Last Jedi is the movie of the Star Wars saga that I actually really hate. Yes, I went into the movie really hyped about it. I reacted to the trailer back in 2017 when I still had really long hair. I was hyped to see Luke Skywalker like actually do something really crazy to defend himself against the First Order and go on the journey with Rey and training her as we go, kind of like poetry for A New Hope. That would have been amazing. But Luke just stayed like an old hermit, kind of like Yoda on Dagobah. They did it so wrong as well. Yoda was still really going to train Luke in Empire, and he went through with that, but Luke just cut himself off from the Force. Yoda never did. And watching that movie and the whole mess of a story that it is, Rian Johnson completely made Rey overpowered. We don't know who her true heritage is before going into the Rise of Skywalker. I was really hoping to see who her parents were, who her true lineage is, if she is actually a Skywalker, maybe secretly Kylo Ren's sister. I don't know. That's what my theories were at first. And at first I did like The Last Jedi, but I went and saw it a second time, and then I came out of the theater like really depressed about it, because Rian Johnson completely threw away what was hoped for Finn's character. And I really wanted to see how Finn's character and Poe Dameron's character actually too just really get expanded upon, you know? I wanted to see them really get expanded upon, but then they added in Rose Tico. She pretty much did nothing. We had that 30-minute subplot of Canto Bight that got us nowhere. It was something that wasn't needed at all. And the whole subverting expectations of it, the whole aspect of that completely ruined the movie, in my opinion. And it really disappointed me because it divided the fan base. Like, yes, there are amazing visuals in The Last Jedi, insane action sequences in The Last Jedi, but the story is messed up. It really is. The return of Yoda was actually really cool as well. That's what I liked about The Last Jedi. Seeing Luke and Yoda, seeing like the old characters. I didn't really like Princess Leia's like Force like float from space back into the ship kind of thing, because there should have been rules to the Force as well. But Rian Johnson was living some kind of fantasy, and he just decided to just do his own thing with it, not really care about the consequences at all. Luke is dead because he apparently passed out from that Force projection. We are left with Rey, we are left with Kylo Ren, we are with the new characters. And I know Princess Leia is gonna pass away because Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away a few years ago. This whole thing is just a mess. I don't know what we're gonna be doing with this. And after Lucasfilm's flop of Solo, which was actually a really underrated movie, in my opinion, and disrespecting fans, disrespecting the whole community of what has been making them money in the first place ever since 1977, now that Kathleen Kennedy is in charge and George Lucas just gave it all to them. They started disrespecting the fan base because the fans don't actually like what's going on. Calling OG fans man-children and all of that, and that's not really a good way to promote your company and what you were trying to do. At least listen to fans and then go from the actual expanded universe that you made not canon anymore. Just draw some stuff from there, you know? But they decided to not listen to the fans and do their own thing. And now we're here all because of those results, and we are scared for The Rise of Skywalker. I'm gonna go in with an open mind into this movie because, yes, I'm a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. I've been here since day one. I'm 18 years old. I've been here since day one, loving Star Wars. Loving the original characters and what it stood for. I'm loving the prequels and what it stood for, and stayed true to the actual story of the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker. I really hope this gives a satisfying conclusion to this whole thing. There's no other movie franchise or any other franchise that I love more than Star Wars, except for the MCU. I'm really passionate about this, and I just hope I don't be disappointed. And I will actually be giving my actual review talking about the Rise of Skywalker tomorrow. I will film it tomorrow, and it will go up on the 21st. Just my initial feelings, my initial thoughts. Maybe I'll rage, maybe I'll be happy, maybe I'll be really hyped about what I just saw. Maybe I will be really depressed about what I just saw. Who knows? I'm going in with an open mind, hoping to see a really good movie. Hoping to see a really good end. I really hope that Kylo Ren just survives and they do something really good with his character, because he's my favorite character in this new trilogy, because he's the most compelling character that they have right now. He is the only Skywalker that we know that's actually alive. The only thing great about Star Wars that we have right now that's insane, that's actually amazing, is Disney Plus's The Mandalorian. That show has been giving me so many things to talk about with my friends. Episode 7 was insane, and after watching episode 7, I saw a sneak peek of The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if you have already. It was a really cool looking action sequence, actually, of Finn, Poe, and Chewie and R2. C-3PO, I think, was in there as well. But they were in the Millennium Falcon on this ice kind of planet, trying to get away from the TIE fighters, and it was actually visually stunning. And the trailer I reacted to had me hyped for this movie, and I'm just sitting here trying to be optimistic. Just trying my best to be optimistic. And I just gave a little recap about this trilogy and Disney Star Wars. The anthology films were pretty good in my opinion, but I feel like this new trilogy is like really ruined. But if they don't pull through, I might just think of episodes 1 through 6 as the actual Star Wars complete saga. I don't know, guys. Those have just been my feelings about Star Wars recently in these past 4 years. This is just the end of the Skywalker saga. Like, the one we all know and love. The one we all know and love and have been passionate about for 42 years. Generations of fans all passionate about this one story. And I just hope Palpatine is actually menacing. The Phantom Menace himself, dude. I really hope that he's an actual threat to them. And I just really want to see this movie. I know I'm going to be emotional whenever I see it. This movie determines the next 10, 15 years of Star Wars. I hope my passion for Star Wars has shown in this video. And I really do know what I'm talking about, the true Star Wars. Please don't post any spoilers in the comment section below. I'm trying to not be spoiled at all. I want to see it all for myself. So that would be amazing if you guys do not spoil it for me. And I made a new Discord server called Noah Cartee's Meme Team, where we post the funniest memes and just talk about gaming, movies, and anything you want to talk about. I'll leave that Discord server down in the description below. But yeah, you guys, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys liked it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so you guys know whenever I upload. And I will see you guys later. Peace! Shotgun. I've been looking fast just like a Top Gun.